Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on tight because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most significant rumors to hit the Buffalo Bills in recent seasons. As we all know, the AFC East is no joke. It's a battleground, a division packed with talented teams, and every move counts. But right now, the buzz isn't just about how the Bills are going to improve their offense or whether they'll finally get a consistent run game. No, this is about a potential game-changing trade that could reshape the entire secondary and defensive outlook of the Bills for years to come. And yes, I'm talking about the possibility of acquiring Antoine Winfield Jr. from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So here's what we've got. Pro Football Insider Adam Schefter has been catching wind of some serious rumors swirling around Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers, currently sitting at 5-9 and struggling defensively, allowing 270 passing yards per game in 2025, are reportedly considering trading Winfield Jr. to the Bills. And the motivation? Well, the Bucs are looking to free up some cap space, roughly $22 million, which they plan to redirect towards their draft and rebuilding efforts. Especially since their secondary has been a bit of a mess this season, and with the team focusing on youth, they're eyeing a rebuild more than a deep playoff run. Tampa's management is also reportedly skeptical about Winfield's massive $27 million cap hit, which they see as an excess, especially in a division like NFC South, where their rivals are also looking to cut costs and build for the future. Now, why would the Bills be so eager to make this move? Well, for starters, the secondary has been a concern all season long, especially after the injury to Damar Hamlin in December, an injury that left the Bills secondary exposed and vulnerable against some of the league's best passing attacks. Buffalo's defense has been solid overall, but the gaps in coverage, especially deep down the field, have been exploited too often. Adding a versatile, playmaking safety like Winfield Jr. could be a total game changer. This guy is a Swiss Army knife on the field, able to blitz, cover, and support run defense with equal prowess. Let's take a deep dive into what Winfield Jr. brings to the table. Just last season, he put up some eye-popping stats, including 6 interceptions, 14 pass breakups, 5 sacks, and a PFF grade of 90.0, which puts him in the top tier among safeties. His coverage EPA, expected points added, was 42, indicating he's a game-changer in the secondary, and he's allowing only about 50% completion rate when targeted, which is elite. Despite a shoulder injury that sidelined him for Week 10, his overall impact remains undeniable. He's known for his versatility, lining up in the box, in deep coverage, or blitzing from the edge. His TFLs, tackles for loss, number 9, and he allows just 3.6 yards after catch per target, an impressive stat showing he's good at limiting yards after reception. Throughout his career, Winfield Jr. has accumulated 19 interceptions, 50 pass breakups, and 16 sacks, making him one of the most dynamic safeties in the league. His run support win rate is around 36%, and he's forced about 4 fumbles per season. His deep coverage yards per target sit at just 6.1 yards, which is exceptional, especially considering the high volume of passes thrown deep in today's NFL. His impact on a defense is evident. He's not just a coverage guy, but a playmaker who can turn the tide with big plays. The Bills, in their current form, would absolutely benefit from a safety who can fill multiple roles, especially with the secondary suffering after Hamlin's injury. Now, let's talk about the Tampa Bay perspective. The Bucs are skeptical about parting ways with Winfield Jr., especially given their current defensive struggles and their focus on youth development. They see him as a key piece for their future, but the cap constraints and the desire to load up on draft picks, especially for their WR core, are pushing them towards considering the trade. They're also looking at the big picture, and with odds for a Super Bowl in Tampa at plus 20, they are clearly in a rebuild mode. They'd rather invest in younger players and draft capital rather than pay a premium for Winfield's cap hit. But for the Bills, this could be a golden opportunity, a chance to add a cornerstone to their defense, someone who could elevate the entire secondary and make life easier for their pass rush and cornerbacks. For the Bills, this move would be more than just a personnel upgrade. It's a strategic shift. Winfield Jr. could become a central figure in their defensive scheme, especially in blitz packages. His impact on blitzing is already well documented. He can increase the team's stop rate by around 20%, which is huge. This would help reduce big plays and allow the Bills to be more aggressive in their defensive approach. Imagine a secondary with Winfield paired alongside current safeties and cornerbacks, all working seamlessly. His ability to read quarterback throws and make instant tackles could drastically reduce the number of explosive plays allowed, which has been an Achilles heel at times this season. Additionally, the analytics tell us that Winfield Jr. can boost turnovers. Projections suggest an increase of about 9 additional turnovers per season with him on the field. His presence would also improve the Bills' ability to defend against top-tier receivers and dynamic QBs, like Mac Jones or the rising star quarterbacks in the AFC East. His smart football IQ, combined with his physicality, would allow him to neutralize players like Tyreek Hill or Stephon Diggs, making it tougher for offenses to rely solely on deep passes. From a strategic perspective, acquiring Winfield Jr. would be akin to a seismic shift, similar to what the Ravens did with their secondary back in 2025. Remember how adding Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton turned their defense into one of the most feared in the league? That's the kind of impact a player like Winfield could have for the Bills, especially in the playoffs. The Bills' Super Bowl odds could see a significant bump, going from plus 500 to plus 250, if they add someone with Winfield's playmaking ability. Given that the Bills are already a team with high-powered offense and a solid coaching staff, bolstering the defense with a versatile safety would make them a well-rounded contender. Now, let's not forget the AFC East landscape. The Bills have been trying to stabilize their defense, especially after losing Taron Johnson for a chunk of the season and with Hamlin's injury. The division is stacked with talented quarterbacks and explosive offenses. Miami's Tua Tagovailoa, New York's Daniel Jones, and the Jets' potential upgrades. And of course, the Patriots always lurking with their defensive schemes. Adding Winfield Jr. would give the Bills an edge, especially in high-pressure situations where smart, aggressive defense makes all the difference. His ability to read plays and make quick decisions aligns perfectly with the Bills' philosophy of playing fast and aggressive. It's about creating turnovers, disrupting rhythm, and making life difficult for opponents. In terms of the overall team outlook, this trade signals a commitment from the Bills to be all in on a deep playoff run. It's about building a defense that can hold up against the best in the league, especially once the postseason arrives. The Bills' front office knows that having a safety like Winfield Jr., who can do it all, could be the missing piece that pushes them over the top. It's a bold move, but in the NFL, boldness often equals championships. This is the kind of move that can define a franchise, echoing the impact of legendary safeties like Ed Reed, whose influence on the Bills' defensive philosophy would be enormous. So, what's next? Well, it all depends on how serious the Buccaneers are about the trade. If Tampa Bay is open to moving Winfield Jr., the Bills will have to offer a compelling package, probably a first-round pick, maybe more, considering Winfield's elite talent and the potential cap savings for Tampa. And for the Bills, they might be willing to part with their first-round pick, especially if they see Winfield as a future cornerstone and a key to their Super Bowl ambitions. Overall, this rumor has all the makings of a blockbuster, one that could reshape the AFC East and send ripples across the entire league. Buffalo fans, I know this is the kind of news that makes your heart race because it's about upgrading your team's defense, the backbone of any serious Super Bowl contender. If this trade goes through, it will be remembered as one of the boldest and smartest moves in recent Bills history. It's about building a defense that's not just good, but elite. A defense that can carry the team deep into February and beyond. The Bills have a chance to strike a blow in the division, to set a tone for the upcoming seasons, and to finally secure their place among the league's best. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Winfield Jr. would be the perfect fit to elevate the Bills' defense? Or are you skeptical about giving up a first-round pick for a safety who might come with some injury concerns? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. We're all in this together, and your voice helps shape the conversation. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Bills news, rumors, and analysis. Let's keep the passion alive and keep pushing for that Super Bowl we all want so badly. Go Bills!